Hey, welcome to the McGuire Review, and we're going to be taking a look at Coup. This game is awesome. Man, it's from Indie Boards and Cards. It is a 13 plus 2 to 6 players and 15 minutos. You know, this is going to be a pretty short review because this game is incredibly straightforward and simple, and quite frankly comes out almost any time I want to introduce people to playing games, or if I just want to do a quick lunch game or whatever, right? It's really, really quick. So let's hit the components. You got a very short rule book here. Again, it's just a few pages that goes over you know, the rules of the game, the way that you can set up the game, the challenges. There's some example plays in here. There's each one of the characters they list out. Just pretty much your straightforward rule book. Here you have your character cards. And mine are double-sided, and that's because I was part of the Kickstarter campaigns where I got this. And part of that Kickstarter campaign gave you an extra character. I believe it was the Inquisitor. So they kind of double printed these because one side has the Inquisitor character and the other one has the Ambassador character. So on the front of this card, there's going to be 3 actions at the top that pretty much any player can take whenever they want. If they meet the criteria, you'll see there's the character, there's action, effect, and counter action. So you'll see that there on the card. I'll show that here at the end, so you can see that up close exactly what each one of those are. And then after that, you've got these colored areas. These are each one of the characters that are in the game. All right? So we'll put that aside. And what you're going to do here is you're going to put out your coins in the middle of the table. And everybody is going to start with 2 coins. So everybody gets 2 coins to start the game. So you kind of divvy those out. They're all the same. It doesn't really matter. You just grab 2, put them in front of you. And then what you're going to do is you're going to shuffle this deck of cards, and you're going to get 2 cards and 2 cards only. So everybody's going to get 2 cards. You're going to give those people their cards, and that's all you do. Now, on your turn, very simple. You do one of 2 things. You either tell the truth or you lie. So you look at your cards and only you see your cards. And for this example, I have the Inquisitor and I have the Captain. Okay? Now only I know that. And it will tell you what those characters can do on the card. At the very bottom here, there's some text to tell you that. And there's various artwork for Captains and Inquisitors and Assassins and Dukes. And there's a few different types of you know, pictures representing each one. So that gives the game a little variability. So you're going to know, I have the Captain, I have the Inquisitor. You're going to put it down. When it's your turn, everybody's going to have this card. And you look at this card and you're going to say, well, for free, I can just take income. Taking 1 coin. Nobody can challenge it. I can just do that. I can do foreign aid. I can take 2 coins. But there is a character that has the ability to block that if somebody has it. And at that point in time, they can say, oh, I want to block that. Or you can coup, which means you basically can just take one of someone's character out of the game. That costs 7 coins, so you have to have the money to be able to do that. And you basically lose if you lose both of your characters. So let's say in my instance, I've got the Captain and the Inquisitor again. I can tell the truth and I can say, you know what? I'm going to use my Captain. And it says here the Captain is allowed to steal. That means I can take 2 coins from another player. All right? So I can say, you know what, player number 2 here, I'm going to take 2 coins from you. I'm going to steal them coins. Now, this player at this point in time can say, okay, I believe you. You have the Captain. Go ahead and take my 2 coins. Or they can say, no, I don't believe you. You don't have a Captain. You're full of shit. Well, at that point, this is where the fun of the game comes in. Because at that point, I can either be lying and I don't have a Captain, and if I don't and I try to just do something that I couldn't with the characters that I have, then I have to just lose one of those characters, and now I'm 1 from losing the game. I lose one of my characters. If I do have the Captain, flip that Captain over, show them I have the Captain, I get to keep the coins, and then they lose one of their cards for challenging and being wrong. And then at that point, since I've lost one of my characters and I've shown them and I used them, I put that in the discard pile and I'd pull myself another card, which only I could see and I would keep down. And for this example, I pulled the Duke. The Duke's a lot of fun. You know, it's one where you know, every time you got the Duke, you can take 3 coins from the bank. So a lot of people bluff on that Duke to try to build up their coins really quickly. You know, I'm going to take 3 coins with the Duke, right? You never really know if they got the Duke or not. So a lot of people try that strategy. So it's fun to try to guess who's got the Duke and who doesn't. Let's say here that, yeah, let's say that I got the Duke, all right? And it's someone else's turn, and they say on their turn, you know what? I'm going to take foreign aid, which is just... I take 2 coins from the center repository, the bank here, right? Well, I could say, you know what? I got the Duke, because every one of these characters are allowed to do an action, but they also have a counter action. And the Duke, his counter action is he can block foreign aid. So I could say, I got the Duke. I'm blocking that foreign aid. So here's now another situation where the player has to decide, okay, does this guy actually have the Duke, or is he just trying to keep me from getting those 2 coins? And, you know, it might be early in the game, and there may not be many coins out there, and this person may say, you know what, whatever. Maybe you got the Duke. Fine, you got the Duke. I'm not going to take my 2 coins. But let's say that this individual has like an assassin, and they're trying to pay 3 coins to assassinate someone, or they're really close to that 7-coin coup, and they've got, you know, they've got their 5 coins, and all they need is those 2 to like take somebody out on the next time it's their turn. They may challenge it and say, you know what, you ain't got the Duke. And in this situation, I could say, ah, bam, sucker, Duke in your face, right? Got the Duke, right? Now this person, boom, they lose one of their characters, and they don't get to take the 2 foreign aid that they were going for to try to take. So, you know, it's another great component of the game. Now, how do you win? You're basically the last man standing. Once everybody's out with their 2 cards, who's ever left with a card still on the table is the winner of the round. So it makes it really fun because every single time it's someone's turn, it's the constant guess of everybody around the table of, is this person lying? Or do they really have what they're saying they have? So it gets a lot of fun trying to like call people out on it. This is one game that is super, super simple, super easy, and a ton of fun. So if you can get this game, pick it up. It's at a low price point. It's definitely worth the buy. This has been the McGuire Review. See you guys later. Ah, bam, sucker.